Streets of New Capenna is a really interesting set. It really has some just amazing art that anybody can appreciate. There's skyscrapers involved. It really has like a early mafia style feel to it. There's like this whole 1920s mafia but at the same time, we also have this interesting connection between the angels and demons that is kind of going on. So players who enjoy either building angels or demons as part of their decks that they're using, they're going to enjoy this set. But then there's also some really really cool things that happen with the lands in this set, where it's just such a unique and exciting set to be around. So the storyline of this is kind of this glamorous, artsy city that just has a whole line of things going on, and you feel like there's a lot of just even from the art of the pack itself, you can see there's like some high class art kind of stuff going on. Glorious sword that's just like would be really really cool to hear more about. You know, is this sword some kind of a highly relevant component? Now, I will say I also really, really hope that this set does Magic justice with the theme booster. I don't think I may have opened one theme booster ever. If a theme booster doesn't actually capture the theme of the set, I think that would be a major disappointment. So I really hope this goes well. Now, I will say Magic doesn't really produce theme boosters much anymore. All the recent sets don't have this out. The idea of the theme booster is that you can pick a color combination. In this case, white, blue, black is a color combination. There's special words for it in Magic. If you know it, great. If you don't, you can still play the game. You can still enjoy the art. But the idea is all the cards within this theme booster will follow the theme of a white, blue, black set. Again, my video is not focusing on Magic mechanics. There's thousands of those already out there. This is, can Magic tell the story of Streets of New Capenna just off of a pack or two? Maybe, maybe not. We will have other streams with more packs available in the future where we'll see, does more packs help the storyline in the future? And I believe it should. But here we have Most Wanted. Looks like a lady running from... It actually almost looks like she's being chased by something terrifying, just based on that shadow there. That's interesting. Or is that her shadow? I don't know. There's almost like a claw on the bottom. This is an interesting card. The art on this already is cool. This is overnight. Elfith was branded the most dangerous criminal in New Capenna. All right, so that's the assumption, is that this individual here is the most dangerous criminal in New Capenna, chasing this lady. So something to pay attention to if that name comes up again. Deal gone bad. Feed the rumor mills with delicious treachery. Bad blood between those two is a good deal for us. Kamaz Obscure, of course. What a name. Just getting an idea. I need to save some of these names of the characters in these sets. Those would make some good Dungeon and Dragon names. Witness Protection. This card got some play. Unfortunately, there's no flavor text to it. We don't know anything about... It's just Witness Protection. There's a lot of cool mechanics behind it, but we don't get to learn more about the story through that card. Hold for ransom. Let's find out how much your friends think you're worth. Gino, hired kidnapper. That's interesting. Antagonize. The little guy has guts, at least. You can see him right there between those cobbles. Oh, well, that means... oh, sounds like the little guy got squished. Glunk, freelance crusher. Sounds right. Prize fight. Underweight, underpaid, underestimated. This is a wild idea that a raccoon may potentially be able to take out a rhinoceros. Side note, there's a whole series of conversation around the rhinoceros is actually closer to what a unicorn might have actually been back in the day. Don't want to jump down that rabbit hole right now, but if you want me to in the future, leave me a comment. Maybe I will. Skybridge Towers. Now, I know I'm not doing too much on how these things work, but these are some of my favorite lands where you can have two. It does enter tapped, but you can have two different colors. But then, in addition, something cool happens. Let's see. Skybridge Towers actually has some text for us. New Capenna's districts are a series of tiers. Wealth and power always rise to the top. This is giving us a little bit of feeling. I don't know about you. I'm getting a little bit of feeling of what New Capenna is about off this one pack already. Doing a pretty good job. Cabaret Courtyard. So long as the hall, is that Hello? The image is making this hard to read what that is. So long as the halo keeps flowing, the festivities never end. Got to look at that one closer. The art on this is making it funny. Yeah, that's what that is. Okay, so obviously this last one is kind of the 1920s big party. I'm very intrigued. Like, I've never seen the word halo used like that before. I'm trying to think of it. Maybe there's another pronunciation that makes sense, but obviously some kind of a beverage, assumed to be maybe alcoholic or something, but who knows? All right. Inspiring Overseer. The city could certainly use a bit more divine intervention. Inspector. I'm having a hard time deciding if that's an F, a J, or a T. So Fillard, Inspector Fillard, we'll say. Halo Scarab. So this is those fun little insects from Egypt. It pulses with the colors that best complement the wearer's outfit. That sounds like a really cool D&D component as well. Security, Rox. Unlikely assassins find out why he's called Brick Wall Belzono? Belzono? Okay. Again, sounds like a great D&D name. Belzono. Security, Rox. Wow. That just sounds cool. I don't know if this is a good one or not, but that sounds interesting. Next one is Wing Shield Agent. This one has no addition to our storyline, just kind of does things for the game, but doesn't include the story. Illicit Shipment. Whatever the Mastros had ordered, it wasn't anyone's business, including his. Oh, that's interesting. No matter what he ordered, it's nobody's business, even his. Riveteer's Ascendancy? Ascendancy, interesting. Riveteer's Ascendancy. This card just bothers me. I understand this is a thing that happened back in the 20s. People would just hang out at the top of skyscrapers, sitting on the I-beams, and enjoy lunch. Hopefully no one drops a sandwich or, anything that's just gets me anxious. Anyway, what's this one say? We are this city down to its bones. Yeah, those making the buildings make sense. All right. And then we have definitely not one of the more exciting city land cards for this set. There are way, way better land cards. The treasure token doesn't get a ton of, there's not a ton of preference in the treasure token. It is cool and unique and kind of goes with the theme a little bit. But it's an advertisement for probably a theme booster. So with that said, let's go ahead and open our theme booster. Let's see. All right, everything's down at the other end. We just have wasted box space here. So these theme boosters are way, way larger than they need to be. Okay. So the storyline and the idea behind the theme boosters and the way that Magic has it set up is that if I am working and playing Magic the Gathering and I happen to have a deck that's got all white, blue, and black cards in it, I should be able to use this set of cards and know that this particular set, and it actually has more in here too, isn't it? Like, yeah, 35 cards. These all will complement that white, blue, black set. Here's your security tag, so that's all garbage. Let's see if the cards do us any good. So it starts out with Psionic Snoop. She knows your next move before you do. That's cool. Yeah, that sounds like a really neat little storyline on somebody interesting. I would love to see that character developed. That would be, again, keep thinking just other games that you could really use some of these character ideas they came up with for this. So we got this character. She seems to even have no name, so you could give her whatever name she is. Whatever name you're wanting to give. If someone has a cool name, go ahead and comment that. Maybe that's her name. Maybe you know what it actually is. I don't. All right. Psychic Pickpocket. Okay, a whole bunch of words about what it does. Okay, that's all gameplay. Disdainful Stroke. I've known for a year that you would cast that exact spell at this exact spot at this exact time. Raffini. Interesting. Chrome Cat. I've played this card and seen it so many times, but literally have never read the flavor text until now. I always say, if it's breathing, it's lying. Luckily, my friends here do neither. Lord Xander. Wow, that's funny. Exotic Pets. I have never seen this one. Investigators observed that Altino's beloved fish were thriving after his disappearance. Well, that's weird. If he's disappeared, why are his fish doing well? Unless they ate him. Interesting. Revelation of Power. As Ob Nixilis closes in, Halo swept through Gideon like an electrical current, and inside her, something long dormant unfurled its wings. This like feels something like she got attacked or something and became like an angel, maybe? I don't know. Security bypass. That's all we get. Queza, Augur of Agonies. That sounds interesting. Some try to unravel the tangled skeins of fate. She reweaves them to her own deadly design. Wow. Case the Joint. This, again, that mafia feeling to it. Steel doors and iron bars are a child's play for an obscura operative. Very cool. Snooping. Newsy has no text to us. Obscure Charm. Again, nothing more than gameplay details. Fairy Vandal. Greedy Vault Guard wouldn't share. Now there's Halo in your hair. I really want to know what Halo is. My theory is that Halo is going to be whatever this purple dripping substance is. Maybe that's what we're talking about. That seems super relevant, but nothing here seems to explain it. We do have Halo mentioned, This again, this is the same Inspiring Overseer. We saw that previously. Shattered Surf, an angel card again. Like I said, this set has lots of angels. Don't know anything about that one. Nothing for us to explore. Hypnotic Grifter. Did we read this before? All is calm, all is well. You know me to be a trusted member of your family, and I would like to discuss the contents of your safe, or of our safe. Nope, hadn't read that before, because that is creepy. Echo Inspector. The rendezvous took place hours ago. I think that's the rendezvous took place hours ago. But the obscure agent read the residue with ease. Okay. Simply a card named Murder. Obnixel decided the fastest way to seize control of New Capenna would be to usurp the networks of the power already hidden there. Xander's Mastrov were the first to fall. There we go. Simple card, super short play text, but the story builds in it very, very nicely. I wonder if we go in, find cards that are specifically designed to help the storyline, what that would look like. I got this one again. That's a card we pulled earlier. Obscura Storefront. In volatile times, a sense of certainty is in high demand. I know we had Case the Joint before. That was the steel doors and iron bars, our child's play. Okay. We got another Bird Rogue. Dynus. What's that? Oh, Disdainful Stroke. We had that one before. Yep, I remember that one. Skybridge Towers. New Capenna's districts are a series of tiers. Wealth and power always rise to the top. Yep, we had that one before too. Out of the way, you bore me. So he just sends him into a portal. Little bit of a over compensation maybe, but okay. Didn't we just have this one? Disdainful Stroke. I've known for a year that you would cast that exact spell. Yep. Exact spell, exact time, exact place. Skybridge Tower again. All right. Quiza, Augur of Agonies. I feel like we had that one before. Some try to, yeah, because she tries to reweave them to her own design. Case the Joint again. So the duplication in this is a little bit surprising. I did not expect to have this many, but it may also have to do with the fact that we had that first pack that we already opened. So maybe there'd be less. Expendable Lackey. Altino. No, I'm sorry. No one by that name works here. Ruffine. Okay. Security Bypass. Illuminator Vistro. I'm not saying that right. Whenever Illuminator Vistro becomes... no, we're moving down further. The Obscura reserve their keenest blades for the traitors in their midst. Ooh. Illuminator Vistro. So this second word, that's going to be part of like the city relevant group, I guess. Raffine's Guidance. This almost looks like a character from another show, but there's no information about him. How does he fit in the story? Who is he? Tula's Clever Conductor. Okay. And then a fun little explanation of some of the different formats in Magic. These are the three main formats that I have played. There's probably about 15 more formats that I have not played. Hopefully you enjoyed this Streets of New Capenna. I feel like it developed a fairly decent storyline based on the cards we got, and the theme booster, I'd say, was adequate. It's not something to get excited about, but if you know you want to build a deck using these specific colors and you really like this set, sure, go ahead and give it a shot. Probably not something I would ever do because I have enough cards to, keep myself going as of right now. All the cards that would be in here are like, there's nothing thrilling about these particular cards. They're almost all commons and uncommons. We do have the one rare. There's a chance of getting a mythic in here as well, which are really hard to get. But I would be shocked if any of these cards had any kind of value, So storyline wise, did okay. Nothing too exciting. I do have a lot of questions left, but hopefully you enjoyed it.